Welcome in. I am clearly not in my house. I am dog sitting, which I'm gonna be doing a lot of in the future. So get used to it. Logan's gonna be here soon. She's on her way. And tonight is just gonna be like a fun little cozy Christmas night. We're gonna be wrapping some presents, watching a Christmas movie. We're making a pizza. We're gonna be making Taylor Swift's chai cookies. I've been wanting to try those literally since I heard about them. So I got everything for that. We're gonna be making a little Christmas cocktail. I'm gonna change into Christmas PJs, like more. The bear does not suffice as Christmas PJs as much as I wish it did. And we're actually gonna be taking a Christmas card photo with the dogs here because we thought it would be funny to like send the homeowners here a Christmas card, making it look like it's just me and Logan, and they're gonna open it and it's gonna be us with their dogs in their home. So we thought that would be funny because we have this beautiful tree behind us, so we may as well use it. So I'm just waiting for Logan to get here and then we're gonna get started. Okay, Logan's here. She didn't wear her Christmas pajamas. The one fucking thing she was supposed to do.
I walked out of my apartment and I was like, I know, like I'm supposed to bring something or I'm supposed to do something.
Anything. Anyways, so I was at the liquor store to get stuff for tonight, but I had my grocery bag for the cookies and I was just holding it and they have these towers for mini bottles that you can like spin and look through, which I was doing. I was looking at the Baileys and the Kahlua and I was holding two Baileys, and then I was looking at the Tito's and I ran out of hands, so I stuck these in my grocery bag. I was like, ooh, just drop. Didn't even think a single thing of it, like as if it was my cart. And then as I'm looking through it all, I was like, wait, where are my Baileys? And I realized I put it in my grocery bag, so it looked like I was a stealer. So I was panicking and I was just zoned out. So I reached in, I was like, oh fuck, okay, where is it? So I reached in and grabbed the Baileys. He ends up coming over and asking if I need help. So I'm like panicking, thinking that he saw me do that, thinking that I meant to steal. I was so scared for a minute, but he was actually really nice and like talked me into different things and was helping me out a lot. But moral of the story, I get home and there's no moral. There's zero morality in this. I get home and I'm unpacking all my shit. I'm a stealer. She's been here for 3 minutes. She's pissing me the fuck off. Anyways, I accidentally stole Bailey's. And I'm like so embarrassed by it.
Point of the story.
Imagine the alarm had gone off. I don't even know what I would have done. I would have been like, I swear to God, I didn't mean to. I forgot I put 2 in my bag. I'm a friggin' stealer. Okay, these are for later, but we're going to make the little cookies. I realized the recipe's on my phone, so that's frustrating.
Beat the butter. Add the oil.
Okay, how much oil?
1/2 cup butter, room temp, C notes. 1/3 cup olive oil, light flavor.
Okay.
Just said! You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you. Getting back to my roots.
Yeah, I just tell you all the wrong ingredients. I mean, I would do that unintentionally, so.
Yeah.
But I know it's 1/3 because it was the only thing I read. Next.
Does it look like I'm ready for next?
Ew, it smells weird.
It smells like olive oil.
Listen here, olive oil.
Oh, is that Walking Dead?
Sterile. Listen to me, olive oil.
Can you find me a whisk? Find me a whisk!
Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Why would you do that?
Under the thing.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Easily just wash it.
Oh, I'm not going to, so.
I'm shocked you didn't bring up Crumble in your Q&A. I was pissed. I was like,
I forgot.
Yeah, she's a liar.
I was a Crumble manager.
Yeah. Assistant manager.
Assistant manager. I was basically the fucking manager. Are you kidding me? We're getting somewhere.
You see that? I'm scared it's gonna like fly in my face. The boldest.
Okay, butter and olive oil are together.
That's me, olive oil.
I need to try and just put in the sugar. Vanilla.
I finished Bad Moms Christmas.
That was really rude.
I'm sorry. I was just really bored the other day.
That's incredibly rude.
Stir in flour, baking soda, salt, and tea. Yes. Tear open the tea bag and dump in the whole thing! Exclamation point.
That's what I'm most excited about, is the tea. How about a whole thing of chai just for this? Oh my God, it smells so good. All right, it's going in the fridge.
I'm a big believer in milk drinking. That's kind of warm.
Now's for the drinks.
Struggling.
This is gonna be a very unaesthetic drink making because I don't have
your shaker.
Yeah. So I'm just doing it in this corksicle. Okay, I'm kind of just winging it.
Can I have one of the
So
cookies?
it comes with your drink. Can you wait?
Yes.
It's supposed to be like, I think equal parts Bailey's and Kahlua, but the guy talked me into getting this instead of Bailey's. It was cheaper and he prefers it to Bailey's and it's local.
You never trust a man's word.
Yeah, but I think he's gay, so it's and then my stolen Bailey's. I also brought Tito's because a drink of just Bailey's and Kahlua is like
Not
seems
alcoholic.
seems kind of stupid. I also don't have any measurement, so I'm gonna use these as my Tito's measurement. I'm only gonna do half a shot of Tito's because I don't want to like. Oh, okay, so
Got it.
3/4 shot of Tito's. I don't want to do that too strong.
You're gonna taste that one first.
I actually haven't put deodorant on today, so no, it hurt.
I'm gonna get clogged in the face.
Yeah,
I just know it.
Do you want to smell?
It smells weird. Well, you spilled a little. Okay, don't do that again.
Hopefully this doesn't spill
It's
everywhere.
weird.
Oh, it's
my
spilling.
God. Yeah, no, don't do that again.
Drink number 1. Okay.
Just take it off.
I don't want the ice in it.
Beautiful.
The glasses are so big, it's gonna make the drink look really fucking small.
We promise, guys, they're not.
I mean, they're not huge by any means.
Whoever commented on Kendall's Q&A and said, "Are you ever sober?" That's so rude because no, she's not, and neither am I. You should never assume.
We
that we're
don't
sober.
drink that much.
We're never sober.
Okay, that's like a normal sized drink.
We're actually already drunk.
I'm drunk on life.
Oh my God, Mom just sent us this.
Okay, I'm literally mid-pour. Round 2. Magnificent!
Look at my posture right now. This is like comfortable. Like this is how I sit. Like that's so ugly. My neck is like out. My back is hunched.
These are supposed to be gingerbread men, but I couldn't find any. Here are my gingerbread martinis.
These are so big. This cookie's edging me.
Okay. Drinks are pretty good.
They are. Can I eat my cookie now?
Yeah.
Thank God. Ow.
Pink.
Did you dip it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it dipped.
Yeah. Makes the cookie taste like alcohol.
Yeah. Why didn't you tell me that? Ew. That's.
Let the wrap and the yap commence. There's that. There's that. We're gonna wrap. I have to wrap this giant golf bag, so we'll do that in a second.
You have like tape. Oh wait. You just literally hand me tape. No. Don't give me that look. Okay, I'm struggling. Mentally, physically.
I have my dad for Secret Santa, so I got him the golf bag, phone mount, which is not here yet, and then he wrote like his own book, like he wrote his life in a book, just like for us to have, so I got it bound, and it's beautiful.
It is a really cute gift.
And we're in it. So I'm hoping he cries on Christmas because
I feel like he will.
he has no idea, like at all, that I'm doing this. He gave us the book like a really long time ago. Are you a bad rapper?
Mind business.
The yapping part of the rap and yap. Since we're dog sitting right now, we've both like collectively we've been dog sitting for over 2 years. Like many different pets and places and strangers. So we have some horror stories that we wanted to share. You can go first.
Okay.
I need to take-
Probably my
Absolutely fucking.
Mine was from an old like high school guidance counselor. I love her, she's really nice. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? They had an alarm system, but their house was like kind of like older and like creaky, you know, like kind of like homey feel.
Like picture what your grandparents' house was.
Yeah, like kind of made me emotional. And I'm so bad at telling stories, but
Logan's banned from telling stories on this channel ever again. I'm never in a million years editing her telling a story again because it was literally like pulling my hair out 3 strands at a time. Just warning you.
stop, I'm doing my best. Okay, I'm just a book.
Just a tiki girl.
I'm just a thinky girl. I accidentally forgot to turn the alarm off when I opened the door to let the dog out outside in the morning. So the alarm went off and I was like, oh shoot. Also keep in mind their house was like in the middle of nowhere, back roads kind of deal. I see this man walking around. I'm in the living room and I see this man walking around like looking in the windows and he goes like all the way to the back porch. I call Kendall. I'm on FaceTime with her. I was like, oh my gosh, there's this man like walking around the house, like looking in the windows, and he's on the back porch now. And I was like, I swear to God, he saw me because I'm standing like right in front of the window looking out to the back porch. I was like, I don't know what to do. There's like 2 doors in their master bedroom, which I slept in, goes to the backyard. Oh my gosh, like this guy's about to break in. The alarm wasn't like set, I don't think, because it was just in the middle of the day. I was just panicking, and then he eventually like walks away and leaves. And so then I go back to like my house because I was really scared, and I called the woman. She was like, oh, like apparently it's just a neighbor, like it's okay, like he was just checking because he heard the alarm earlier. And I was like, okay. Later that night, it was the first time that I was babysitting for my nanny family. It was pouring down rain. And as soon as the parents come back in at like midnight, I'm getting a call from the alarm system company. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like somebody's breaking in. They already called like the police and everything. And they were saying that an alarm went off. And apparently it was the doors like going into their master bedroom. And so I was literally having a panic attack. They were like, do you want a police officer to be sent out there? And I was like, yes, please. And so I'm like borderline about to start crying because I'm so bad at these situations. I call Kendall again. I get there and it's literally still pouring. It's thundering, lightning, like worst case scenario. I thought I was like in a movie, not in a good way. The guy goes into the house for me. He doesn't see anything and he was like, well, everything's good to go. And I was like, okay. And I'm like stuck in this house by myself in the middle of nowhere. It was just like from the wind of the storm. And if like the doors move a lot, like the alarms will get set off because they're really sensitive. But I just was like, I'm a little girl. In my head, I was like, I'm dying tonight if I don't get out. So that was my scary story.
Okay, mine was also like a family friend because we're used to doing rovers with strangers, but like those aren't even that scary. My dad's known this person since before I was even born. Like they have been friends for so long. So I felt bad. I said I would do it. And I get to the home and find out that it's like this, first of all, it's this mangy little dog. Like he's just a little teeny tiny dog. Very easy to take care of. I found out his mother lives there and is staying there in the house at the same time as me. Like this decrepit woman, like picture the visit, that's it. I was like, I'm not really that comfortable staying in a house where an old woman that I don't know and scares me lives there, but like I had no option. I go and first of all, he also has me sleeping in his bedroom.
Yeah, that's the same as the last one. I was sleeping in their master bedroom.
Yeah, which like grosses me out and freaks me out a little bit. I'm like,
Same.
You don't have a guest room?
Yeah.
And I'm usually a big couch sleeper, but I was not gonna sleep on the couch with that fucking woman, that old ass woman there. Literally in the same exact house I was in, but like in a suite area of the house. She at one point, she spoke to me and I thought I was going to get murdered. She wanted to show me her house, like her attached house. I was like, okay. She literally just like brought me in and took me on a tour of her like bathroom and shit. I was like, she's going to pull out a knife. She's gonna knife me at some point. I was so fucking scared. If this was a stranger, never in a million years would I have gone back there. Like it was the reddest of red flags ever. And so that's not even the worst part. It comes like the first night, it's fine. I sleep in their room with the dog. Everything's fine. Next day, I never see the woman again. I don't know what she's doing in her little area of the house, but it's not my business. I go to sleep.
Not your circus, not your monkey.
Not my circus, not my old lady monkeys. And so I'm asleep and I'm watching Where the Crawdads Sing, I remember. And I like am kind of dozing off. It was the same time as the Taylor Swift pre-sale was happening. Fun fact, I didn't get it. I fell asleep and I woke up abruptly to barking. Out of absolutely fucking nowhere, it's like 1 a.m. I woke up to barking. And that already scares me. Like the door's locked. We're on the second floor. I was like, what are you barking at? Knowing I'm not the only one in the house is what freaks me the fuck out. Cause like I'm just sitting there picturing the woman like standing outside the door. That's just all I'm doing.
Yeah.
I eventually I like calm down because the dog calms down. Everything's fine. I'm being dramatic. I'm just a scared little girl. Like I'm in a safe neighborhood. And then I start dozing off again. The dog, oh my God. The dog was on this side of the bed of me, jumps over me, and sprints to the corner of the room, barking viciously at the corner of the room. And like there's nothing outside the room in that corner. It just went to the outside and there was scratching going on. Like the scariest fucking scratching I could imagine.
Like from the dog or from?
No, not from the dog. Like it was outside. It sounded like it was in the walls scratching. At 4 in the morning at this point. I started hysterically like sobbing.
She was.
And I called Logan, she didn't answer. I called Haley, who for some fucking reason answered. At 4 in the morning, she answered my FaceTime. I literally was like, I'm gonna die in this room because I didn't want to leave the room because I was scared the old woman was gonna be there. And I was like, Haley, I'm so fucking scared right now. Was so hysterical, and she hyped me up to run outside. I said, fuck that dog. I ran outside that house, grabbed my keys, and ran to my car and drove home at 4 a.m. I was sobbing on the way home. It was literally the most scared I've ever been in my entire life, but I made it out.
It is kind of, Charlotte, I'm sorry.
What is that? All right, your turn.
Oh, no. The mansion house. That one was scary.
Yeah, that was scary.
I'm gonna let you do the other side of this because I don't want to make it worse. I was dog sitting for one of this lady's house, one of her friends in the neighborhood, and Kendall was dog sitting here that time too. So we were in the same neighborhood, and it's this huge like mansion house, like huge. It was the one night, they also have an alarm system. The alarms get me. I'm always the one that's like screwed over with alarms. I was babysitting the other night, their alarms went off. Of course. Y'all, I'm not a big like rapper, okay? I just put them in bags. I'm upstairs in their 3-story house, keep in mind.
This is the same horror story place I told in the readathon, where I ran out during the readathon.
Yeah.
It's the same place.
Yeah. It's just
scary.
Like, the vibes of a huge house freaked me out even more. I was there for like a week straight. The one night I have a friend over to stay with me because I was scared to sleep there by myself. The first night, the fire alarms go off, or whatever alarms go off. Actually, it wasn't the fire alarms, it was like the security alarms, okay, which makes it even scarier. It's 5 a.m. and we're like freaking out. It's pitch black, the dog's sleeping with us, and they're like doodles, obviously heinously barking. And eventually the alarms stop, and we're just like panting. Like,
I would have freaked the fuck out.
No,
I would not have handled that situation well at all.
I was like, okay, what would a smart person do in this situation? I don't know.
You're not very smart.
No, I'm not the smartest, brightest, sharpest tool in the shed. And I was like, okay, I got this. I was like, I just can't panic. And my roommate's panicking. She's on the verge of tears. My ear is pressed up against the door. Meanwhile, there are no windows in this room. Not one window in this bedroom that we're sleeping in. So I have no idea what's happening. I'm pushing my ear up against the door. I was like, Mary, like, I swear I can hear like tapping. I can hear something downstairs. Then like after the tapping is when I heard like knocking, and we both like froze. We were shaking. I've never been shaking that hard in my life. I'm literally shaking thinking about it right now. It's making me nauseous. And
my foot's asleep.
Sorry for your loss. And
wake up!
I'm calling Kendall, and I was like, Kendall, you need to drive by and see what's going on outside, please. I was like begging. Mary and I have yet to move a muscle. Kendall drives by and she's like, I don't see anything.
I was so ready to be mama bear. I was so ready. And I was like, I'm the adult in this situation.
I also like thought, I was like, well, maybe it's like the police or something. But Mary was like, well, why would they not say something to let us know? Kendall was like, I don't see like a fire truck. I don't know how.
It wasn't there yet. It had done a circle. It drove by the house and it did a circle.
And then she was like, oh yeah, there's a fire truck outside. And I was like, oh my God. The relief that left my body, I almost fainted. I almost fell on the ground. I also didn't have my contacts in, and that's also a big fear of mine because I have terrible eyesight, and I'm always worried in the middle of the night there's going to be like a serious emergency where I'm going to need to drive or do something to protect my life, and I can't fucking see anything. I went downstairs, talked to a really hot firefighter in my underwear. I just like can't imagine what I would have done if Kendall had driven by and like saw like a strange man outside the house. Would you like honk the horn like really loud? I feel like that's what I would have done.
I mean, I just would have called the cops really quickly, and then probably would have. Actually, yeah, honking is probably the smartest because it gets a lot of attention from other houses.
Yeah,
so I probably would have just
somebody would have
there.
been awake at 5 a.m.
I would have laid on that fucking horn until people came out.
I was also really, really scared because I knew they were having like alarm problems. This strange man came earlier that day. Like he was being like really weird and like sus, like in my opinion. And he went like downstairs into the basement and he was like, oh, like by the way, that door downstairs wasn't like closed all the way. And I was like, oh. In my head, I was like, oh my God, like what if this man like came back and he didn't actually fix it and he's here to like kill me?
Okay, I finished my rapping.
Good job.
I can only think of like one other really, I got bit by someone's dog. That was terrible. They like didn't tell me he was food aggressive and he was chewing on a can. So I was like, oh my God, he's gonna cut himself. He bit my arm. That scared the shit out of me. And it was like a massive fucking dog.
That dog was huge.
Like he was huge. Like if he had charged, I would have been really scared. But
he
like
did kind of charge, I thought.
Like he stopped after a second when I dropped the can and like let him have it. But I like didn't know he was food aggressive and he literally bit me. And then there was a time when I was commuting to Charlotte every day for work and I was trying to like dog sit in Charlotte to have free housing. So I found this one woman because I was paying for Airbnbs and for gas like out the ass. And I found this woman who was gonna be gone for a month. So I go and I meet her and she's like really quirky and she talks to me for like 3 hours. I'm not kidding. I was like, did you just want a friend? Like, is this what this was? Because Logan was like texting me over and over again. She's like, are you literally alive? Because I've never been here before.
No, yeah, because she was there for so long and not answering me. I was like, okay, is something wrong?
Yeah, and she just like never stopped talking. So I didn't want to be rude and look at my phone. All the animals were fine. Like I met them all. They were fine. And this woman is out of the country. First of all, it rains and the lights in her apartment are leaking, just waterfall pouring into the apartment. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? And then the cat, one of them, terrorizing me to no end. Like it was her life's mission to get me to leave that apartment. I couldn't even walk around without her running and like chasing me around the apartment. I had to walk with a towel around my legs because she would just attack me. I couldn't feed her because she would attack me. I had to give meds to the dog and she would attack me the whole time. It was like I was crying over it because I could not walk around this apartment that I was supposed to live in for a month without her attacking me. Like I couldn't pee and there were so many, like everything was interconnected. One giant circle, there were doors everywhere in this apartment. And he would like hide, he or she, I don't know what the fuck it was. She would hide behind a door where I didn't know they were and I would walk in and she would attack me. I had to lock her out of the room at night so I could sleep. It was so terrible. And at one point, like I kept asking the woman, I was like, what can I do to make this cat not hate me? And she was like, well, try like brushing it or something. Okay.
Brushing it.
I was like, how would you like me to approach the cat to brush it? Because he's just gonna run at me and attack me, like fully claws out, drawing blood and biting me. The most horrific time of my life. I was so upset about it. And then I had so many complaints to the woman. Like I was trying to be nice about it. She was literally out of the country. What could she do? And she eventually was like, you know what? Maybe this isn't the best fit. I'll have someone else cover. I was like, yes. I was like, I'm going home. It was just like, I've never been more attacked by an animal than that fucking cat. She single-handedly ran me out of that apartment. It was crazy and insane work, but good on her. This wasn't scary, but I was a dog walker for this family. The dog almost dragged me down a hill. They didn't tell me that he was bad, like with other pets. And anytime we passed an animal, he would drag the fuck out of me. He was stronger than me, and I don't know how I held him back, but he was a big-ass black lab.
Alright, watch out. Get closer to me.
You could get closer.
I can't, he's in my lap. Look at the camera, look. He's like, what do you want, bitch?
Look like a cute family, guys.
Wait, that might be cute. Ooh, my head is cramping. He's so old and fat.
So Logan left me to go watch The Walking Dead with her roommates. Not very holiday spirit of her, but whatever. I'll have fun without her. She didn't even finish her drink. But we finished wrapping. We took our little Christmas card. I'm gonna see if the cookies are ready to mend. I'm just gonna wing it. I mean, like, I know how to make cookies. I'm not really gonna focus at all on how they look. I don't really care. I find families' Christmas traditions really interesting because I feel like everyone's Christmas traditions are very different. My family, they're very particular about their Christmas. We aren't as much anymore because most of us are like old and have our own families. Not me. But when we were younger, every single Christmas Eve, all of the kids, there were 4 of us, all of the kids slept together like on air mattresses in the playroom. And then we would wake up at butt fuck early. Like my parents set a limit on when we could wake them up at like 6:30. Like that was the earliest we could wake them up. And we would all wake up at like 5:30, 6 a.m. And as soon as we had like phones, we'd be setting alarms early as fuck. And we would just be like laughing in the morning, giggling, trying to like not wake them, but also trying to wake them. And then like when we were teenagers, we would text them, be like, so can we go yet? It worked best, especially at our old house. And when we were like kids, our grandparents would spend the night with us at our house as well. So we had to wait on my grandpa to make coffee. We had to wait on everyone to go to the bathroom, and all of the kids would just wait very impatiently. And then when it was finally time, because we had to pass the den, like where our tree was, to get to like our waiting area. So we all had to like cover our eyes to walk by, and then we would line up youngest to oldest. Of fucking course, Logan got to go first. And then we would wait until our mom said we could go, and then we would run out into the den and see all of our presents. Then we were so anal about how we did Christmas. My mom was Santa. She was like the hander-outer of gifts. We did youngest to oldest, one gift at a time. I remember like the first Christmas I went to, like with a friend, like the first Christmas I saw where they just like all were opening gifts at the same time. Like no one cared, no one was really watching. I was like, y'all do Christmas like this? Y'all are this chaotic? But we do not fuck around. We do one at a time. Everyone's watching, you open your present. And then at the very end, we do stockings. Stockings are like the best part, honestly. We always had to wait when we were like halfway done. Our mom had to go put the breakfast casserole in. And we were all impatiently waiting for her, hurry up. Then we'd be done with Christmas by like 8 a.m. It was so funny. We would all go play with our toys the whole day. All right, cookies are ready to go. There's so much dough left, but I'm not making that many cookies. I will bring that dough home. And then while they're baking, I'm gonna make the glaze. And then that's like the last thing to do. I'm gonna eat more pizza right now. Okay, it's time to try. I'm scared. I'm a baker, it's fine. All right, I'm picking the prettiest one. They smell like chai, but like they don't smell that sweet. Also, I bake these fucking perfectly, like perfectly. I resend my last message. Could have baked them for like a minute less. I also think I regret not doing this. I almost did it, but it only called for 1 bag of chai, and I don't really taste that much chai, so I wish I'd done 2. That kind of just tastes like a sugar cookie. But I think that's it for our Christmas night. I mean, Logan left, so I don't really have anything else to do that's Christmassy. I'm gonna finish Elf while I edit. I'm in the week where I had originally, like if you had watched me before Bookmas, when I was making my schedule, I had said there was a couple of days where I knew I was gonna be stressed out. This is the couple of days. I'm filming and then editing them same day to post the next day because I just need to like catch up. So that's what I'm doing right now. But it is like 9 something. And I'm probably gonna do it upstairs because last night I edited at the kitchen counter until like 2 a.m. and the dogs were not happy about it. They were pissed. They wanted to go to bed. So I might go edit upstairs so they can sleep because I feel bad. Also, it's less spooky upstairs. I would say Christmas cocktail, like a 6 out of 10. Like if I made this for the competition, it would not win. I know that. It tastes too much like alcohol, I think. So I need to add something to it to make it not taste like straight Baileys, basically. But still really yummy. But I hope you had fun. Just kind of hang out with us on a little Christmas night. If you take anything away from this, I want to know what your Christmas tradition is. And if you have like a really unique one that you did every year with your family, I want to know what it is because it'll probably make me cry. But thanks for watching. Hope you had fun and I'll see you tomorrow. Per usual.